Hello Lesbian Central, my name is Trey. Today is, and I am filling in for. And so this week's topic is just one topic, I believe, and it is our first. So they're asking us questions about like our first kiss, our first date, our first word, that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna get straight into it because I don't want this video to be that long. So let me pull out my handy dandy. Isn't it cute? It is rainbow. But let me pull this out. What was your first word? I believe my first word was dada. A long time ago, I believe I asked my mom and she said dada, as in dad. And I've asked my dad recently, and of course he doesn't remember, and my mom's no longer here, so dada is what we're going with. What was your first job? Officially, my first job was a cashier at a movie theater when I was 15. I had to get the paperwork and all that thing so I could be legal to work. But I was the one who gave you all your snacks. Unofficially, I have been babysitting since I was 13. I had a babysitting club. What was your first car? A Toyota Corolla, and it was the epitome of a hoopty. Like, the inside lining was ripping off. When it rained, the trunk would get soaked. Like, there was some hole that I could not find, and so the trunk would get pools of water, and it would stink, and sometimes would go into my back seat. And so like the back carpet was always wet and the trunk was always wet, and it was just disgusting, especially during the summer because it was hot, and the paint was chipping and rusted. It was a horrible car, and it ended up being totaled because the brakes weren't good. That was my car. When was your first date? I believe it was when I was like 16 or 17, because I wasn't allowed to date until I was 16, and it was a guy who didn't even go to my school, and I didn't even really like him, but he asked me out on a date, and I believe we went to the movie theater, but I never called him again after that. When was your first kiss? My first kiss, I believe, was when I was 16. I was working at a VA hospital, which is for veterans, and working as in volunteering, and it was a different volunteer, and we were in a staircase, like waiting for our parents to pick us up. And how romantic. When did you have your first girlfriend? My first girlfriend was my freshman year of college. Who was your first pet? Who was your first pet? My first pet was a rabbit, and it was actually my mom's. Well, of course, our pets are our parents, really. But my mom's teacher gave, like a college teacher, gave her the rabbit, and because she was moving, and she already named the rabbit Pashka, and Pashka was everything to me. The reason why I still love carrots. So I loved Pashka, and one day, like a year later, a crazy hurricane or storm came to North Carolina, and I was begging my mom and dad to bring Pashka inside because his cage was outside, and they said no, he was gonna be fine, and the cage got knocked over, and so the lid came up, and then our fence was wide open, and so I don't know if Pashka just escaped and ran away and is somewhere living happily with the family right now, or if during the storm he passed. But either way, I was distraught. I was scared. I had posters of him. Like, I was the saddest person in the world, and no one else was. I was the one who had he was my pet. I fed him. I cleaned after him, and I'm still obviously upset about this because I'm going on and on. But it was Pashka. And next was, do you still talk to your first love? I've already talked about him before. Yes, it was a him. My high school boyfriend that I feel like I had really, really strong feelings for, and at the time I felt that I loved. I still call him my first love. And yeah, I still talk to him sometimes on Facebook. He has a fiance now. I believe she's pregnant. He's in the Navy, and he is a really nice guy who has grown up so much since high school. It's ridiculous. If you knew how he was in high school, it would be like outstanding that he made it outside of our city. I liked bad boys when I was in high school. I liked them all. What was your first alcoholic drink? I believe, well, it was on my 20th birthday. There's this drink called Skittles, and you put Skittles into vodka and let it sit there for 24 hours, and so it takes on the taste of the Skittle, and it's like juice basically. And it was my first time drinking, and I really wanted to wait until my 21st birthday, but my peer pressuring ass friends got me to drink, and I got so wasted. I was so messed up, like trashed. It was disgusting. Never been that drunk ever again since that time. And that was my 20th birthday, that I still to this day do not remember. It's disgusting, you guys. Who was the first person to text you today? Whitney. She texted me really early today. Who's the first person you thought of this morning? Whitney, because she texted me, woke me up. Who was the first person you talked to today? My best friend Jasmine. What was the first thing you did this morning? After talking to Whitney, I got ready and ate Lucky Charms, and I made a video for my own personal YouTube channel. So yeah, that's a thing. Warning, it is more of a beauty channel. Like I've said before, I watch beauty YouTube channels, and so I am now jumping onto that bandwagon. What was the first concert you ever went to? I've never gone to a concert ever. First broken bone, never had a broken bone. First piercing, my mom pierced my ears. My first piercing was, I got my second piercings done, the second hole, but I took it out like shortly after. I don't like it. Who was your first roommate? Whitney. She's all up in this video today. I think those are it. Yeah, those are it. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, whatever day it might be. As you can see, I decided just to pre-record this one so it would be ready for whoever needed it. So I hope everyone is having a great, 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 great day. See you. Bye.